Well, well, look here. Let me tell you what happened. So we went live and we were so good going live, the system wasn't ready. Welcome to More News You Can Use. Tonight, we have a phenomenal guest all the way from the UK. And what can I say? It's like almost the wee hours of the morning and she's up with us. So our show may be about 30 to 45 minutes, but it's going to be powerful. It's going to be impactful. And we're in another country. We are in the United Kingdom with our phenomenal guest. She's a star, y'all. Miss Shirley Powell. So, with no further ado, you know where I'm going. I can't get the party started unless I go backstage and get the co-hostess with the mostest, Miss Hillary Gooden. But before I do that, I want to say, come on into this broadcast. You're going to be happy that you did. Now, let me get my notepad because you guys know I always say note takers. Can't show y'all all my notes. These are my little secret sauces. But note takers are money makers. So go ahead and get your pen and get your pad because note takers are money makers and note takers are change makers. And so for some of you that say, I can't find a pen, if you got your makeup bag, go ahead and get your eyebrow pencil. I mean, I'm just saying, because the nugget she's going to be dropping is going to be worth it. Get your eyebrow pencil, get your mascara, write it out in your mascara, but do whatever you have to do to get your notes taken because Shirley Powell is going to knock your socks off. So with no further ado, when you come in, please like, share, and start a watch party. Share this with somebody you know, like, trust, love. Share it with your friends. Share it with your frenemies, but make sure you share it. And also tag, and let us know where you're coming in from. So now that you're going to share with us where you're coming in from, I'm going to give you 30 seconds. And then the next voice you're going to hear is the co-host, the hostess with the mostest, the queen of the lymphatic bounce, none other than Hillary Gooden. Tag, you're it. You got 30 seconds to tag a friend and bring them on in as we get ready to start the show with health and business with our friend all the way from the United Kingdom, Miss Shirley Powell. I'll be right back with the queen of the lymphatic bounce. You got 30 seconds. Here goes. You have got 24, count them, 24 seconds to come on in, tag a friend as we go backstage. That's right, we're going to put our co-host to work. Pastor Hillary Gooden is coming out without a doubt to start this party off right with news you can use. Welcome to the show, the co-host, Dr. Hillary Gooden. Woo woo! Hey!
It's Friday! Yay!
It's Friday! And look, it's Friday. Hillary's got on her black blouse. I got on my white blouse. But guess what, folks? Yes. It was not even planned.
Yeah.
Brilliant minds think alike. And look, folks, I know we showed up early today. You know why? Because we've got a phenomenal guest from the UK. So she's here in the wee hours of the morning, but she's here with us. And so we want you guys to come on in and we want you to share. What else should they do as they come in, Hill?
Share. We want you to tag. We want you to let us know where you're coming in from. And what else is it to do? Make sure you got those notepads, like she just said. Here's mine. Even we have to have our notepads.
That's
I almost
right.
had to use the eyebrow pencil, but I did find a quiz.
I love it. Yeah. We got to show up and show out because we got somebody from the UK with us tonight. So come on in and share this broadcast all over the world. So with no further ado, we want to bring to you a wonderful topic that we're talking about tonight. Hill, what are we talking about tonight?
We're talking about health and business.
Health
and yes,
and
they
business
do go together.
Yes, they do. And so tonight, our phenomenal guest, her name is Shirley Powell. She's all the way here from the UK. She is the owner of Integrated. I'm getting tongue-tied. integrated healthcare and management services. She focuses on health and lifestyle. She's a coach, she's a mentor, she's an author, and she's our global guest speaker because she is a global guest speaker. We've seen her on a multitude of platforms. And she's also a pastor. So she's going to bring a word. So if someone asks you the word that you heard, just let them know you heard it on News You Can Use with Pastor Hillary and Pastor Shirley Powell.
Right here.
So with no further ado, we're going to give you a wonderful, wonderful lady. Please welcome to News You Can Use, the remarkable Miss Mrs. Shirley Powell. Woo woo!
Hey, welcome.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening.
Yeah.
All the way from the UK. Whoop, whoop.
Yes.
Hi, so thank you for having me, Dr. Lotus, and good to see you, Dr. Hillary.
Yes.
You know, I'm glad to see you.
Yes, delighted to have you here. So we gonna get right into this thing. I'm super happy to have you here, and Hill got a question for you because I introduced you, but I know Hill wanted to say something else.
Well,
I'm all ready for
well,
you.
you know what? Why don't we take this time and you can tell us a little bit about yourself before we put you and strap you in the hot seat.
Okay. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Just want to say good evening to everybody, or good night from the UK, from everybody who's watching, and hi to everyone in the States. As Dr. Lotus says, I am an author. I'm a health and lifestyle coach. I'm a mentor and entrepreneur, and also a local pastor and a health and well-being specialist in my area. I recently was awarded for a Global Woman Award here in the UK in March, and I've won many awards in my business as well, in our business, I should say. I'm very deeply passionate about helping women and helping people to live and stay well. And as a nurse of 36 years, yes, 36 years going on, I'm still very passionate about helping people to stay well. Our business is all about preventative healthcare. So it's about helping you to prevent you from going on to get any of those debilitating diseases such as diabetes, stroke, and heart disease. So it's all about helping you to live and stay well, looking after your health so you can add years to life and life to your years. So that's a little bit about me. I'm also, as I said, a pastor and of a church in the UK called True Vine Church. And we have become global this year and gathering members from all over the globe in Uganda, Nigeria, Pakistan. So yes, I've been very busy and enjoy what I do. So that's
Awesome.
a little bit about it.
And she was a nurse before you were born. If you're 20, I'm just gonna leave it like that. How about that? Awesome.
Been at it a long time.
Yeah, it's a very, very long time.
I know I may look young, but
yes, you do. Yes, you do. You look young, and the feeling, I'm sure, is the same. You are young. You know, they say we are what we feel. It's not, age is just a number. So I love to hear that. And so tonight we're talking about health and business. And you lead the way in health and business. So we're going to jump right into it. And I guess Hill is going to put you in the hot seat first. Welcome to the show.
It's about that time. So the first question for tonight is, why is health and business important?
Well, as you know, as entrepreneurs in business, most of the time you are at the forefront, at the front seat in your business as your entrepreneur. So your health has to be on key and on point, because if you're not looking after your health, how can you then say you're going to deliver health in business to others if your health is not good? And also, whatever you do has an impact on everything you do in your in your business or in your life. So it's important that your body, your mind, your soul is all in alignment, and that everything is working and functioning as it should be. Because if your health is not right, then you're not going to function right. So you need to be
Exactly.
really looking after your health. As you know, Dr. Hillary, as a health expert yourself, if you're not feeling well, you're not feeling right, then how can you perform as well? And you're also got to be in a way that you can help other people as well to live and stay well. That
Yeah.
is our mission statement, is to help people to live and stay well.
That's awesome.
Ex-
Live and stay
Exactly.
well.
Yes.
Live and stay well. I like that. I like that. Live and stay well. So if you
Helping
like
you
what
to
she
live
shared,
and
she's
stay well.
coming in. Live and stay well. Yes.
Yes.
So if
Helping
you like,
you to live and stay well. That is our mission statement.
all right. So if you like what she said, they need you to live and stay well. Go ahead and put a L and a W, a L and a W, a L. Let me see if I get this right. And a W, live and stay well. All right, so great. So I'm going to keep the hot seat rolling. You walk through that with nobody's business. You added some secret sauce to that. Let me just let you know. But here we go. You're still in the hot seat with this next question. Why is understanding health and business important?
Well, in order to understand health, you need to be able to hi Jill, I see others joining, Tina. It's important to really understand health, because as working as a nurse for so many years, I've looked after several people with debilitating diseases. Some of them have conditions that are incurable by the doctors have done certain things, and they've just carried on living in that way. So by understanding your health and knowing how your body functions, what you can do to improve yourself, the foods that you can eat to prevent, the things that you need, having good sleep, getting your exercise, all those things, so that will have an impact on your health, then you can actually move forward. But if you don't understand how your health, you don't understand, how your body works, how your body functions, and really having a health awareness, and that is one of the things that we push in the business, is to give people a snapshot of their current health status, so they're aware of where they're at, they're aware how their heart is functioning, they're aware how their body is functioning. And also we screen for diabetes and cholesterol. So it's so important to know what your cholesterol levels are. Do you know your numbers? A lot of people don't know their numbers, and it's so important to know what your numbers are, because if you have things like high cholesterol, it can have an impact. It can, your arteries can become clogged, and you could go on to end up getting heart disease, or, a stroke, or something really serious. So that's why I look at it on the side of preventative healthcare. So you're helping people to have that awareness and understanding of their health, so they know how to manage it and add years to life and live longer and live and stay well. So really, it's so important. And when you put the two together in business, it's important to be able to know how to work with that in your business as well. And having the right people around you in your business to be able to deliver a service that is tailored specifically to your clientele. I basically have created a wellness hub, not myself, but in the business, we created a wellness hub, and I brought in other health professionals so that we can deliver a service that looks at, that helps to support the body, the mind, and the soul. So you've got people who are coming in to look at how, giving you support around your body, around your mind, and your soul. And really, it's important to have that, to be able to make sure that you're in alignment and functioning correctly. And as we know, as health professionals, when you go to your doctor's surgery, you'll be lucky if you get 10 minutes with your doctor. When somebody comes to our service, they can have 30 minutes with us, person-centered care and a consultation, where it's talking just about their health, what their problem is, whether they want to lose weight, whether they have a concern with their skin, or with their trying to lose weight, anything that they have that person-centered time which is tailored to them. So that's why it's so important that as health professionals and as somebody in business, if you're working in business and you are working in health, that you also understand your clients and what they need, what their needs are as well, so that you can deliver a service that is going to be tailored to them.
Wow. So if you need a service that's tailored to you, go ahead and put a 2 in the comment block. Put a 2 in the comment block. And if you're ready for her to connect with you so she could share this wealth of knowledge to move you from not knowing your numbers to knowing your numbers and taking action on what needs to be done in your life, put a 3. Put a 3 in the comment block below. Put a 3 in the comment block below if you're ready to know your numbers and if you're ready to take action, because knowing is not enough. Remember, note takers are money makers and note takers are change makers. But you got to take action to make the change. So that's awesome.
Definitely.
Thank you so much for sharing that. That's some secret sauce. Those are words of wisdom. She came in dropping the mic, the everything. So let's get right into this one right here. Hill.
Okay, so I think you were standing up on the last one because you just breezed through it and added on and gave us more and more. She couldn't have been sitting in that seat.
She wasn't in the seat, right?
Are you sitting now? I need to know. Yes. All right. So are you sitting?
Yes, I'm sitting.
All right. So here we go. Let's hear that question again.
Turn up the heat in that seat.
That's right. Let's get that question up again. Yes. All right. So when talking about health and business, why is it essential to have balance?
Why is it essential to have balance? I think it's really important to have balance because if you don't set time aside to deal with specific things in your business, this is something that I do. I have a certain time, because people say, how do you do it with, you're a pastor, you're running your business, you're doing this, you're helping out. How do you do it? I set certain days aside. So I have a specific day for ministry, and that day is devoted to ministry. I have a set day to work on things in the business, and those days are set for that. So it's about having your planner, having your schedule, so that you can fit all these things in to do it. And it's important why it's essential to have balance as well is because if you don't have balance, you can end up burning out, and then you'll be no good to nobody, because, I was doing an interview the other day with a friend of mine who was a caregiver, and she was talking about how she ended up getting burnout because she wasn't self-caring. And it's so important to build self-care in. And at the moment, I'm doing this training with Lisa Nichols, and one of the things she says is to set self-care in your diary. Plan out your self-care. If you have to brush your teeth, put it in there. If you have to comb your hair, put it in there. Self-care is so important, and you should build that into your diary as part of your balance, to have balance, So all of these things are important. Time off, building your holidays in, all of that, so that you can give the best of you to your clients, to your who you work with, your audience, and those you're actually working with. Because if you are not taking care of you and not having balance, then how can you be your best and saying that you want people to live and stay well, and then you're not staying well yourself? So it's really important to have that balance. Schedule things out, plan your things ahead so that you know what you're doing. So you have your schedule for when you're doing your social media, your marketing, and having a team around you to support you. I know when I first started business, it was just me trying to do my little media, doing everything. But since the business is now evolving, I now have other people in the team to be able to support me so that I can deliver what I do and keep that balance, which is so essential. as you're probably aware, Dr. Hillary, and also Dr. Lowe's, as you're probably aware, you have to have that balance and that time out too.
So I've got a question. Keeping you in the hot seat. What if
Okay.
you have your calendars and you got all this balance and life happens? Or you get a phone call or something happens. How do you recover from that? Because I mean, I've had instances where life has happened, or even with you, where we've been hit or miss because life has been happening. So what do you tell people out there about when life happens? One, how to overcome it, and how to leave space for when life happens. Like sometimes people add an extra hour between meetings or something like that.
I think people, like when you are authentic and transparent. So I believe it's important to just tell people, because once people get to build up to know who you are, they will know, that life happens. It's one of those things. Sometimes things happen unexpectedly, and there's not much you can do about it. Things might just come in at the last minute. You just don't know. So I think it's about keeping it real. I think it's important to keep it real and just let people know what's happening. If you have to take time out, let people know that you're taking time out. Why? Because we're all humans. We know that things do happen in life. So I think that's important to just be honest and real with those around you. I think people will appreciate that.
I like that. I like that. So I have one more thing. Here's what I found out. Now, a lot of people know that I've suffered a lot of loss. We had 16 family members pass, and I don't think any of them
Wow.
passed with COVID. And this is in less than a year's time, probably less than 8 months. Um, and being transparent, telling people, "Hey, I'm taking time off," and I've talked to you, I've talked to Hill, and I tell you, the outpouring of love and prayers and support because of it, it's just been amazing. So, what do you tell somebody who has this opportunity, who does have that transparency, about just receiving the love? Because sometimes in those moments we just need the love.
Yes. What would I tell those people who are receiving the love? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's to take it in. It's to take that time and take that time out, because having some, and I would just want to say my sincere condolences to you and your family. I would say that loss is a very difficult thing, especially if it's somebody close to you that you've lost. And having one person can be bad enough, but having 16 is a big deal really for people. So I would just say that take that time out, but just be look to your team for support, but just let people know that this is what's happening. Because every one of us in some form or way have experienced a loss in some way, whether it is a family member, whether it's somebody far away or cousin. We've all experienced loss, so we should be able to empathize and relate to that, to what's going on. So it's just being take that time and receive, be in that receiving mode, to receive the love, have that time to heal. If you need to take that time to heal because it can have an impact on you, is to do that. If some people may
Exactly.
need to see a counselor, or they might need to talk to somebody who they can actually open up to, and just really just let people know how they're feeling. If you have that close inner circle of friends around you that you can just say, hey, I'm just need to just pause right now and take some time out, because then they know they know what you like and what you normally like and how busy you are. I'm hoping that they would appreciate that. and allow you to do that as well.
All right, fantastic. So,
Sorry,
Hillary
but I'm afraid to get
is
off.
gonna hit you up with a question, and then I got some secret sauce, Hillary, after the question that I want to share with the audience. But Hill's gonna put you right back in the hot seat.
All right. So I'm loving it, Dr. Shirley. You have, such a wealth of information that's just locked in you. And that's why it can so easily just flow, and I love that. So this next question that we have, you see, I'm being a little kinder because you stayed in the seat that time.
She stayed in
She
the
stayed
seat.
in the seat and she still delivered. But here we
Yes.
go. For the our fourth question is, what is your backstory about how you are balancing health and business?
Well, how do I? Well, I may be smiling now and looking at you now and saying that everything is okay, but there was a time that things weren't okay. And I was, as because as many I'm a pastor as well. So I had pastoral duties, I had business duties, I was doing volunteer work, I was on several meetings, several committees, and it was getting too much. And sometimes you got to that stage where you want to say no, but then you feel like, well, I'll just help on this one. And I was finding that I was probably doing about 20 hours a week doing volunteer work. And it was then taking me away from doing other things in my business and everything else. And everybody wanted a piece of me. And I had to just to get to a time where I had to say no. I also had personal issues because my mom was showing signs of dementia. So I had that going on in the back as well, which led me to write my story in my book. So all of this was going on, and I started to get palpitations, and it was affecting my health. So I had to take a sit back and say, no, enough is enough. I have to just say, no, I've got to take care of me, because if I take care of me, then where is this go? And I did end up spending a night in hospital because the palpitations went on for a while and they didn't stop. So they always say, nurses are the worst patients ever. So I didn't want to stay and I didn't even want to go in, but I thought, well, I better go and get checked out. And they said, no, we're going to keep you in. We can't take any chances. So as a result of that, I started to take, not take on so many of those volunteer works and pace myself and just choose to do things that is going to serve me, and take more time out to rest as well in between when I wasn't working, have that rest, making sure I got enough sleep, making sure that I rested well, built time self care and things, and so that I can have that balance in my business. So that's basically what I did is I actually, and I made sure that I slotted certain things in my diary, made sure I had my holidays, even though we've been in lockdown, as you know. I still made sure I had that time off to do things for me so that I could keep that balance between health and business and actually get people on board to help as well in certain areas. So those are the things that I went through. It wasn't always a bed of roses, as you can imagine. But sometimes it takes these a wake up call for these things to say, well, you need to just back up now and look after yourself, because when you've got family depending on you, church members depending on you, your clients depending on you, then you have to just look after yourself really and make sure you build that balance in. So every morning, one tip I will give to those watching: every morning I have a power hour. And in that power hour, I will spend 20 minutes doing something that I want to do for myself, 20 minutes on my mind, and then another and meditation and prayer, and then another 20 minutes doing exercise. So that's my power hour. Before I pick up the phone, before I do anything else, that is what I do. It's in order to have that balance, sets me up for the day.
Oh, wow.
Wow, she was having a little bit of a connection problem, but wow,
Yeah.
she dropped some golden nuggets. She dropped
Yes.
some golden nuggets, and she'll be back, folks. So if you are not taking 20 minutes to yourself first thing in the morning, why not? And just maybe you could write this down, and this could be one of the ways that you can start your day. And Yamija, hi, Yamija, we're happy to have you here, the soulful poet yourself. She said, I call it on the up and ups. That's fantastic. And so, how are you, our viewing audience, and those who are replaying, watching? How can you take 20 minutes to yourself first thing in the morning? Write that down. And then I challenge you to keep a log and write down how you feel when you take that me time. Um, this morning, Hill, I was up around 3 something. I was in the shower probably by 4. And then I just went in the office and I read a book. And I'm reading a book right now. It's called Stay. Your Life is uh, Precious. And it's by Imabong Smart.
Okay.
Okay. That was my that was my that was my book holder. But anyway, that's what I was doing this morning because I need that me time. So
Yes.
Hill, what did you do this morning for your me time?
Well, I've been reading a book too, and I've been trying to pace myself with it because sometimes you read books that need to be like sipped. You
Right.
don't just barrel through it. It's so much to it, and so I've been trying to do that and have times of doing some mind. How can I say it? Some mind adjustments. To get my mindset elevated to where it is that I want to go and what I want to happen. And one thing interesting that I read that I just would like to share right here was talking about, and I talk about this too, how what you're experiencing today is because of words you spoke and thoughts that you allowed your mind to entertain
Mhm.
previous to now.
Right.
So what
Right.
we ought to be doing now, and you talked about it on Clubhouse today, what we need to be doing now is speaking and entertaining thoughts for the future that's going to affect us in our future.
Exactly. That's awesome.
So all of this is right in with it when you're talking about your health and when you're talking about business. What the words you speak, I believe your health begins with the words you speak and the thoughts you allow your mind to entertain.
I like that. I like that because it affects us on a cellular level. So if you believe that the words and the thoughts that we have really affect you on a cellular level, it affects what you attract in your life. Go ahead and put a number 4 in the comment block below. Put a number 4 in the comment block below. And I'm so happy that we attracted Miss Shirley Powell back on.
Yes.
She had a little bit of snafu with the internet, but she's with us all the way from the UK. If you're just joining us or if you're replaying this, we have the remarkable guest Shirley Powell with us here from Integrated Healthcare and Management Services. She's a health and lifestyle coach. She's a mentor. She's an author. She's a global guest speaker. She's a pastor, and she's a your life in your hands kind of mentor kind of person. That's what she does. And today we are talking about health and business. And she has come. We tried to keep her in the hot seat. And we thought she was standing up at one time because the booty was not burning. She was just walking through. Usually the seat will sizzle, but she stepped right through each question. And so we asked her before she went out about what is her backstory about how she is balancing her life in her health because or her business and her health, which is part of her life. And she slammed that home and she told us about taking at least 20 minutes first thing in the morning, then another 20 minutes and so on, because it really sets up the day. But here is some secret sauce that I have because I know she's a pastor and she always seeks out her higher source. So because we know that, I like to give the secret sauce. I want to share with you all a little bit about her favorite song. One of the songs that she is like her go-to song. And I tell people, you need to have a go-to song. Why? Because when things get tight, when things get tough, and you just want to give up, hold on, wait a minute. Let's put some Jesus in it.
Who you are. I know who I am.
Yes, I love it.
We've been called for to show His excellence. Hey, all I require for life, God has given me, and I know who I am. We are a chosen generation.
Now we don't own the rights to the song, so we giving credit right there below. And this may be a song that you can use to help you help yourself ignite and take flight in your life, knowing who you are. Here we go.
What He says I am, where He says I'm at, I know who I am. I know who God says I am. What He says I am, where He says I'm at, I know who I am. Working in power, working miracles. I live
my life of favor. I know who I am. Yes.
Walking in power.
I live my life of favor.
Because I know who I am. Woo! That's right. That's right. So we don't want them to cut into our broadcast, y'all. We gave credit where credit is due. And what's about to happen is I'm going to give this link to all of you so that you can use this so that you can walk in power so that you can know who you are. So if you look on your side of the broadcast, guess what? This is some news that you can use. Use that link and go and check out that song. I know who
I am. Yes.
Amen. Amen.
So
Amen.
as we get ready to wrap up, we've got one more question that we want to pose to her, and we want to know some secret sauce on your book. And we're going to share with each and every one of you how to connect with her. So make sure you have your notepad and your pen and be ready to come on in and connect with her. And for those of you that's just joining us, this is our special guest all the way from the United Kingdom. Her name is Shirley Powell. She's the owner of Integrated Healthcare and Management Systems. She is a health and lifestyle coach, because it's a lifestyle. It's not just a fad, right? And she is your mentor. She's your hands-on mentor. She's an author. She's a global guest speaker, and she's a pastor. And she knows who she is. And we are talking about health and business here tonight. And so for the final question for this broadcast, because y'all, she coming back. She coming back. She's coming back.
Yes.
The final question is, why is understanding your personal health in business so important?
Wow. Well, understanding your personal health. It's really important to, because one thing I would say, and what I say to my clients is this. You normally, if you have a car, right, you would take your car every year to have what we call over here an MOT. I don't know what you call it in the States, but we call it an MOT, which means that it has the spark plugs changed, you have the conditioning done, you have the wheels checked, you have the oil change, all of that. So why do we not do that with our own personal health? And, many of us don't realize we should have our blood pressure checked once a year. It's important to have your blood pressure checked to see what your blood pressure is doing. And also to look into your own personal health. But you know what? What I've noticed in my business and in my nursing career, that a lot of people will get checked out when things happen, instead of doing it before. So that's why I come in with a preventative healthcare to raise health awareness so that people can understand their personal health, that they can be advocates of their own health, that they have an understanding of what is happening with their body, because it's important to know that. There's a little echo, is there?
Yeah, okay. It's okay. You're great. Now, I want to say this. Dana Lee Hines, who is a nurse herself, and she's been a nurse for I don't know how many years, and I'm gonna share this with you. Dana Lee Hines had the nurses' ball, ball, and so
hi Dana.
She says preventative care. That's right.
So
and we have the just amazing soulful poet who walks barefoot among the trees, and she hugs the trees. And this is a part of self-care. So you may think, somebody else may think your healthcare is crazy, but you got to have your business and your health in balance.
Yes, definitely.
And some of us are still working that out. And it's okay if you're working it out. Just don't give up. Don't give up. And don't give in.
Definitely.
You know why? Because you need to be walking in power, and you need to know whose you are.
Yes.
So with that being said, we're going to go right to a quick snippet. So if you're ready to get your power praise on, you need to stand up, because we're going to power praise before we go to our final words of wisdom with our guest all the way from the UK. Are y'all ready? If y'all ready, go ahead and put a 5 in the comment block. If you guys are ready, and ladies, put a 5 in the comment, because here we go. Here is your power praise before we go to the words of wisdom with both Pastor Hillary and Pastor Shirley. Let's get it, y'all.
Amen.
I live a life of favor, for I know who I am. I'm working in power. I'm working miracles. live a life of favor, for I know who I am.
Hey, all
Hey,
right.
yes, that's health right there.
We are a chosen God. We
We
are a
are a
chosen
chosen
generation.
generation.
You've been called for to show His excellence. Yeah, all I require for life, God has given me, and I know who I am. We are a chosen generation. Been called for to show His excellence.
Yes.
Fire, fire, fire. God has given me.
I
I
know
know,
who I am.
I know who God says I am.
Woo!
What He says I am. Where
Yes.
He says I'm at.
Love it.
I know who
I
I
believe
am.
Hey,
it.
that's right. That's
Amen.
right. We don't want them to cut this portion of our
I
video. So
know,
we're
right?
gonna stop
Gotta
right
stop.
there. The link has already been put in your side of the chat. You know who you are.
Yes.
Check out this video. I devil dog dare you. When the video, when this broadcast ends, play this.
Yes,
If you're getting
Tina.
ready to go to bed, if you're just waking up, get it in your head whose you are.
You are.
That's right.
Yes.
All
Amen.
right, so we're
Yeah.
going right to our words of wisdom. Words of
Yes.
wisdom from our phenomenal guest, the amazing, amazing Mrs. Shirley Powell. Miss Shirley Powell.
Amen. I just wanted to share this is the book that I wrote. It was a time when I was looking. It was a chapter in a book. Sorry, it's a combined book, and I was a co-author. And in there, I made some tips, shared some tips around what to do to self-care in order to look after your health. So I'm just going to share a few with you and from the book. And it's always to renew your mind daily and focus on positive things. That's one. Praying and meditating is so important because when you pray and meditate, you get clarity. Practice deep breathing. It's important to deep breathe and be encouraged by someone to take out any negativity out of your mind. Build in time for self-care and spend time alone and pamper yourself. You know, we like to pamper ourselves. And book time out for social activities with friends. It's not all work and no play. You know what they say about all work and no play? Yes, Tina. Get adequate sleep and rest and build self-care into your daily routine. And take time out to walk, to go into nature. As Dr. Lewis was saying about the lady who hugged the trees, you may not be into hugging trees, but you may just want to go for a walk and enjoy nature or enjoy the things that God has put on the earth. So walking is very good for the endorphin levels. It's good chemicals within the brain. And be mindful. Have a strategy where you are being present in the present when you are looking. So being mindful on certain things around you, and eat well and look after your mental health and well-being. Those are my words of wisdom to you. And important to take time out to have a health check every year. Have a health check to just check everything's going, check your blood. A lot can be found out from what's going on in your blood. So having a screen to have your blood test to check out what's happening so people can, so the doctor knows and so you know what's happening in your body. It's very important to do that. So I hope this has helped you and do connect with me. I'm on Facebook. Do connect with me. Thank you for listening and thank you for tuning
Wow.
in.
Wow. She slammed that joker home. So make sure you connect with her on Facebook. Make sure you hit her up on Instagram. Make sure you get your book. It's scrolling down below. You can go to Linktree and you can get that book. The book is just is going to help inspire you, it's going to empower you, it's going to lift you up, and it's going to take you to the next level. The name of the book is The Walls Around Me. So go ahead, go to Linktree, hook up with her, connect, and show some respect and grab that book, because you never know what's coming up next. But I know what's coming up next. Dr. Hillary's got some words of wisdom. Dr. Hillary.
I have enjoyed this show tonight and enjoyed Dr. Miss, I confused, Shirley Powell from the UK. Oh, this has been really good. You share so much good information. I was reading something about news you can use, and it was something said that when you come to this show, you can experience the best information and live your best life. And that's the kind of information that you gave today. It was the best of what, everything that you gave was in the best category. And so I would say to those that are listening, take this information, anything that she may have said that resonated with you, that you felt something when she said it, listen to this on the replay, because your life is in your hands. And as I always tell you, you got the power to help your body, help you to live a more vibrant life, to have better health. That's all within your power to do. And so with that, I just want to say, take that, give yourself permission to take the reins, and do what you can do to help yourself. Even if you're following your doctors and you're doing what they tell you to do, you're the one that's breathing. So breathe properly and let it work for you. You're the one that's got to drink more water. This is something you can do. All of these things that she mentioned, you're going to go take this walk. Your doctor's not going to be with you. You still can take your medication or whatever, but go do some of these things that she said that were easy, natural, and drug-free. That's it.
Yes.
Awesome, awesome. Wow. So my final words of wisdom are short, sweet, and to the point. Connect with her. Grab her book. You see it's scrolling down below. Go ahead and get her book. Make sure you hit her up on Instagram. Check her out on Facebook. Make sure you check her out on Facebook. And of course, by any means necessary, get that book. The name of that book is The Walls Around Me by Miss Shirley Powell. So you make sure you get that book. And don't forget what she said. I'm going to bring her back up here as we close out on my final words of wisdom. She said, have a power hour. Breathe. Yeah. Build a time for self-care. Have some social time with your friends, okay? And take a rest. Go ahead and get you some sleep. Turn your phone off. Turn the alarms off. Get you some sleep. And don't forget to get out there and hug the trees and be barefoot or however you're going to do it. But get out there and walk. And most importantly, or one of the things that's extremely important, you got to eat well. Your diet, what you put in your body, you become. Okay. And don't forget to do your health check once a year. Get them to check your blood. See what's going on the inside. And last but not least, be present. So with that being said, I thank you. And don't forget here, let me go ahead and give you the website. I've got her website. I don't want to keep her too long, but I can't let her go without giving y'all her website information. Go to her website, check her out. Okay. There's her website up there. But guess what? On this portion, on your side, here comes her website. So I made it easy. You can go right there to the website, click on it without a doubt. Check Miss Shirley Powell out. And so until we see you again, be blessed. Do not stress. Walk in power because you know whose you are. And we will see you next time on News You Can Use. Make sure you join us again on Monday with the Queen of the Lymphatic Bounce, Miss Hillary Gooden, and I, as we come back on Monday with more news you can use. We'll see you next time, and thanks.
Thank you, everyone.
Good night, everyone. Good night.